This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi, Chef KD, and Lindsay Anderson. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Veterans Help Foundation. Relief Windows. Experience. Quality Service. Catering Cajun. Creative catering from casual to corporate. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
This is too hard to face. This is too good. We're supposed to open up eating. This is too hard to face.
We're at Bergeron's. Can you guess it? They brought the tray out a little early. Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. Man, look, we took a break from the news last week. Rad Trasher, CCA, VP tournament director and mechanic and official guide.
Utility player.
Utility player. Hey guys, stay tuned. We have just an amazing stuff coming at you. Gary, you swallowed yet? Can you come on board with us?
Yeah, we are. Here we are at Badrons. Boudin Cajun Meats. This week we're in Port Allen. Next week we'll be in Gonzales. They sure do feed us well.
Hey man, ain't nothing like a
we
good
got a lot
bite.
of news, a lot of tournaments came on. This is almost a CCA week.
That's it. Put your seatbelts on.
We got the legislative rodeo. We got the Ride the Bull coming up with y'all handle now, and
Lots of things going on and a lot of banquets and reef projects. You name it, we're doing it right now.
See y'all in just a second.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. Voted Best of Louisiana Outdoors 3 years in a row.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
This is David Cresson from the 2018 CCA Legislators Fishing Rodeo, and you're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
My neighbor Tony, he looked at me and said, "Man, you're crazy. You're about to leave out in this weather." And I said, "Sir, I have a tag fish to go catch."
I won this beautiful boat catching a tag redfish in Venice, Louisiana.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy planker siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. We believe you deserve a quality job.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Hey, we gave you fair warning. Rad Trasher, it's CCA time. Start off, Gary, you and I spent an amazing afternoon at your brother's camp for the pre-party.
you know what really impressed me, and you always talking about food. You know, everybody knows I'm losing weight and everything, but
you didn't quit eating. Let me testify.
Look, one of our sponsors, Catering Cajun. There's lamb. You ate that. I know they had lamb chop. They called it a lamb pop. And,
Look, Wayne and his whole crew, Gandhi, Fritz, the whole bunch, they've been doing that event for years. And look, to bring all that stuff from Baton Rouge, cook it under your brother's camp, and put on a feast. It is a pretty incredible event.
Well, I tell you what, I enjoyed every bit of it. But then we got down to some real business. We got a couple of interviews with some of the movers and shakers. But you know, the neatest thing I like to see, Congressman Garrett Graves come down there. And it's not so much about all what's going on. It's about some time with his 2 daughters and his son and his wife. And you know what? Isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what y'all were actually, the heart of CCA is to have something for the future generation?
Absolutely, but the best way to do it is to have all those people come down and see what we all care about. We had tons of people fishing offshore, tons fishing inshore, and truly a lot of the legislators that are local, they don't really worry about it. But it's the people like I had Representative Horton from Houghton, Louisiana on my boat who had never been fishing in the marsh. She had never caught a trout. Those are the type of impressions you can make when we bring everybody down there. But you're right, it turned into a lot of family fun. We had lots of kids. You know, Congressman Mike Johnson's kids won some prizes, so did Congressman Graves's, and so on. Apparently the redfish were hard that day because Governor Edwards won the first place redfish. But look, we had 4 congressmen and their families. We had over 70 legislators, the governor. We had Secretary Mike Strain, Secretary Jack Monasse from Wildlife and Fisheries, and a host of other officials from around the surrounding areas. So it is a heck of an event, an incredible undertaking. I've got to not only tip my hat to Catering Cajun, but also all the volunteers and people that pull it off.
It was amazing.
You know, when you have 50, 60 camps and 40-something boats, whether it's offshore or inshore, it's an undertaking. Once again, it is exposing those people that truly make a difference in what we catch and how we fish and how we interact with the environment. Let them see what we do and why we all care about it. They were blown away not only by the fishery, but also the amount of money that's invested down in Grand Island and Fouchon. A lot of them had never seen it. They had never seen the oil production facilities. They had never seen, the Wildlife and Fisheries Lab. Those people need to see that and know what's going on. Now it's talked about each year. We actually used to do it every other year, and now Chairman Bishop and Chairman Chawbear won't let us give it up. They said, look, as long as we're in natural resources committees, you're going to throw the party. And truly, it does help on so many different levels just because they now know why we're as adamant about different issues as we are.
But we're breaking party lines. This is the one thing where everybody shows up to the table. It doesn't matter. They want to manage our resources.
Absolutely. Look, you had Governor John Bell Edwards there. You had lots of Democrats. You had Senator Kennedy from there, trout fishing. You had Sharon Hewitt, who's rumored to be running. You had the whole gamut.
She ended up Kingfisher woman, right?
And what I like about Kennedy, he's a bass and brim fisherman from way back.
But look, it was funny. Even Governor Edwards started the conversation on Saturday night at the award ceremony by saying, look, I promise I'm not going to stand up here and call a special session. And everybody laughed about it because it is in spirit, and we know the reason we're all here together is fishing can bring everybody together, and it's all a common interest.
But the main thing, both of y'all, I want y'all to listen, the main thing is the resource. I don't care what side you're on, if without the resource, without protecting the fish and the environment, we nothing.
Amen. Right. Take a look at just a few of the interviews and action from our legislative rodeo. Hey, I'm with David Cresson. David, y'all are just tearing it up this year. CCA's everywhere we go, and you win it at the game.
Well, it's been a good year, KD, and I appreciate you saying so. We're here tonight at the 2018 CCA Louisiana Legislators Rodeo. We're expecting 75 Louisiana legislators, politicians. The governor's going to be here. We got 2 congressmen, the United States senator, several other politicians of varying sorts that are going to be with us tonight. About 200 people are going to fish our tournament tomorrow. We've got volunteers from all over the state. It's going to be a great weekend.
I've noticed we've seen a shift in the legislation back now where we see the legislators behind the fishermen.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the Louisiana legislature for a number of years now has really supported Louisiana's fishermen, and we've got an administration and a congressional delegation that are working with us. We saw the results of that through a summer-long snapper season this year, and we're going to enjoy some great fishing this weekend.
Hey, when you see these guys, you see Red Trash, see them around, tell them thank you. Live and direct from Grand Island. Hey, what's going on with you and your life there?
Well, we're busy as can be, but I'll tell you, we've been looking back, KD, on the last 25 years at CCA. When Susie and I got involved on the board of directors, we had 2,400 members. We have 24,000 today.
Wow.
We're the largest lobbying voice in Baton Rouge, and we are proud to be part of this organization. And this is an exciting evening for us to be able to entertain most of the Louisiana legislature.
Hey! One of the prettiest representatives, state representatives you ever want to meet. Super conservative, super smart.
He's great.
And she loves dessert.
Yes.
JD, prime ribs, catering Cajun, you can't beat it.
It's delicious, and I met this great Cajun man right here.
You
and this northern girl is having a good time.
Oh, tell me one thing. How much you fish? When you hear...
I'm a bass fisherman up north, but I can't wait to tackle the inland fishing here. I'm going to win this thing. I am.
Senator John Kennedy. Right now, probably the hottest, most televised senator in Congress. And I'm going to tell you, Senator, I've been knowing you since you was the country boy up in Zachary.
I'm still a country boy from Zachary.
Well, I done moved to St. Tammany Parish now, so
I live in St. Tammany, but I was raised in Zachary. You're right.
Yeah, you know, Tom Ed McHugh and all the guys who were raised with, always been boyhood friends. Don't forget where you come from.
I never will.
But you've always been outdoorsman. You know, I've been on dove hunts with you and fishing trips. Now, you're here. You know, you are a conservationist. You know, with all the things you got to worry about in Washington, there's things that affect the world and everything. But you don't forget conservation. You don't forget.
Well, you can't. You know, God has blessed Louisiana. He's blessed all of us, and having blessed us once, He's blessed us again. I mean, just look around. There's nothing prettier than Grand Isle, late at night, watching the sun. It's the marshes. You know, some of my earliest memories, best memories, were with my three brothers and my late father. We'd go out hunting. Squirrel. I learned how to shoot a gun shooting a .22 rifle at a squirrel. I didn't hit many, but I scared the hell out of them. Fishing. You know, he would take us out, and we'd go out in the Chapelai and just catch brim. And then when I got a little older, we just went after reds and specks. You know, I believe in God's earth. I believe in clean air. I believe in bright water. And I believe we have a sacred obligation to leave it that way to our kids.
A lot of people came up to you today. A lot of people from Shell and Energy. You found a mix. How they can both work together.
We got to do it together. That's the only way we're going to get this done.
What is the number one thing that's the biggest threat to conservation or Louisiana coast? What's the one thing?
The one single biggest threat is ourselves. And let me tell you what I mean by that. You've got to be constantly vigilant. You can't just pass a bill and say, well, it's fixed. And you can't just work hard over a year's time on conservation. You got to do it every single day. And you've got to be constantly vigilant. Now, we can't all go back and, you know, live like olden times. I mean, there's going to be development and there's new industry. But we've got to figure out a way to increase the quality of life and grow our economy, but respect our environment all at the same time. And it can be done. It can absolutely be done. If it's not done, it's because we, the people, just took all this God's beauty for granted.
He's got what he's all about. It's his family. You're telling me what, big red snapper, 14 pounds? How about you, another big one? What does it mean to you to carry that legacy, not what you're doing in D.C., but with your family and outdoors?
Well, the deal is that they don't take these guys and they don't catch big red snapper, first of all, so I use them for their fishing skills. But no, look, Louisiana's blessed with having such an incredible resources, both onshore and offshore. And this is Louisiana's outdoors. You have other states that have very different outdoor opportunities. Louisiana's unique. Louisiana's known around the country and around the world for our awesome outdoors. Being able to come here and do this with our family, this is what it's all about. This is absolutely what it's all about.
The legacies we leave behind. Like you said, hey, I'm not a big fisherman, but it don't matter. Enjoy it, walk the beach, pick up shells, you know. So look, thank you so much.
Bait my hook, stuff like that.
Boy, you stepping in now. Get us some white boots, you might do it. Thank you so much for what you do. Appreciate it. Guys, you got a dad that works hard at what he does, but you know what's most important? 1, 2, 3. All of y'all, and your special little land. Thank y'all again. You're watching Paradise Louisiana. Hey, we've been fishing together for years as you watch the show, but I got my captain's license. I'm ready to take you out to share the kind of experience that I grew up with my family having. Give me a holler, chefkd.com. Don't tell nobody, but we gonna cook and eat pretty good on board. See you soon.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right?
Yeah, I come to Louisiana.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave in crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
All right, hold on. Oh, there ain't no holding on. Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. All right, so we did the legislative rodeo, but man, let me tell you something. Y'all have taken over a tournament that when Daniel Ray started was an amazing concept. He was ahead of the curve on kayak fishing. Somebody told us now you fly over Grand Isle for the CCA Ride the Bulls out of Bridgeside. It looks like somebody dumped a box of crayons right there, over 700 boats. Give us an update on what's happening with the Star and the Ride the Bull.
Well, Ride the Bull, for y'all that haven't ever seen it, go to Grand Isle on August 24th and 25th. Whether you want to participate in it or not, or just watch it, it is a spectacle. 700 kayakers trapped between the mouth of Caminada Pass to just north of the bridge. So you can literally see every angler that is participating in the tournament. You know, typically a kayak tournament is kind of a solitary sport. Not in this one. All your 700 of your closest friends are all battling it out. And what's funny is the redfish come through in schools, and all of a sudden it goes from very quiet to 50, 100 people hooked up at a time. It is truly a happening. It's a catch and release tournament. The way it works is you catch a bull red, you yell, scream, wave, whatever you got to do, get a chase boat's attention. We come over in boats, pick up the fish, and bring them back to the weigh station where our friends from Wildlife and Fisheries tag them, weigh them, and then release them right back into Bridgeside Marina.
All right, for those that don't quite understand what we're talking about, you say Ride the Bull. Imagine you sitting, in fact, my dad experienced this when he was working on the house. All right, well, they tie a ladder to the big old A-frame houses. They tied a rope down the other side. Well, Daddy tied the rope to the back of the trailer hitch. And all of a sudden, Mama realized we didn't have no milk for breakfast that morning when we got up. So she gets in the car and takes off. Well, he's on the ladder. Well, this is what Ride the Bull is. He just took off and flew. And guess what happens when that big bull red bites on that bait and you in a kayak? You going for a ride, buddy.
They called the Cajun sleigh ride for a reason. And look, you know, there's a lot of people that have heavy tackle that can fight it on anchor, but you will also see a lot of people break away from that anchor, and you know, when the boats get behind them and we chase them down, and hopefully they pick up the fish before they get out of the pass. But it is truly a happening. It's a family friendly event. We have music, we have plenty of great food. But look, my favorite story of all happened last year when a 12-year-old fought a bull red for over an hour and a half. He started 2 minutes before the end of the tournament, so it was legal. He ended up losing the fish, and guess what? 600 people stood up, gave him a standing ovation, and gave him an experience of a lifetime. And that's what it's all about. So come visit us. Check it out online at ccalouisiana.com. Click on the Ride the Bull button. Everything you need to know is there.
All right, so we done rode the bull, getting towards the end of the summer now. Still got a little bit of story left. What's the story? How many boats?
Right now, we're going to give 3 tag redfish prizes away, including the $10,000 from Louisiana Sportsman. Those are guaranteed. They're all signed, sealed, and delivered. And then we'll have all the boats for the rest of the divisions. But I will tell you, 3 weeks out, it is really not locked up. Nothing, I think, is unbeatable. Obviously, a lot of times, especially in the we all think in the trout, May, the end of May, early June is usually when the big fish come. But this year, it really didn't happen. I mean, we've got, Ed Sexton's leading in the East at 6.8, but 6.8 fish hasn't won the East side in a long time. We're at 5.5 in different areas and only 7.5 in Big Lake. So I think you have a lot of divisions still open. In offshore as well. Now that Snapper's closed, I'm sure Robert Garrison is incredibly happy because he's sitting at 29 pounds. He's been leading most of the summer. But Mangrove, you still have some windows, and Cobia is only 50-something pounds. I say only, but usually it takes a 70, 80 pounder to win stars. So I think there's a lot left to happen. Hopefully we'll have a lot of shakeups in the leaderboard. But the thing I tell everybody in August is, if you haven't gotten your kid in, this is the time. Get a picture of them with a trout or a flounder over 14 inches. Send it directly to me by email at rad@ccalouisiana.com. We're going to put their name in a hopper. Right now, in some divisions, it's 1 out of 50 chance they go home with a boat, motor, and trailer.
Hey, my daughter won the boat, motor, and trailer one year.
That is true.
It's real easy.
It happens.
So, y'all stay tuned. Got a bunch of stuff going on in the outdoors I hadn't even touched on, including something that they really wish we wouldn't touch on. So y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Pause moving and storage.
We just sold our house.
Congratulations.
We have 2 weeks to move.
We'll deliver a few containers.
Our new home's not ready.
No problem. You can store things with us while you're between homes.
We might need help.
We'll refer trusted packers.
We'll be staying at my brother's.
Well, that sounds...
He has kids of his own.
Well...
5 of them.
Ma'am?
Help.
Trust us for local and long-distance moving and store at our storage centers. Pods, moving and storage, solved.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Welcome back to Bajerons, and you're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Look, we talk about fishing and all the CCA stuff, but, something that I hold dear in my heart is deer hunting. So Leonard Dobb made a good point, I guess, online and told us to remind everybody, now that you're cutting fields, be aware there's little deer laying in it. Be cautious, make some noise, and get them up. The other thing that came out this week was the Wildlife and Fisheries told everybody to use caution using deer urine because they can't test it for CWD. And look, folks, if you're a big deer hunter, whether you hunt in Louisiana, Mississippi, or anywhere around, stay up to date with your Wildlife and Fisheries departments because there's all kinds of things coming out about CWD. It is incredibly bad stuff, and we all need to pay attention to it to make sure it's contained the way it is.
And listen, it can be highly contagious or transmittal. And so the biggest thing, try to research where you're buying it if you use it. Make sure it's not from an area that is a lot of reported cases of the CWD. But guess what? Time for this week's Couillon of the Week report.
Couillon. You ain't talk about me.
No,
You
no.
ain't saying the
I didn't say
couillon,
the
but I was
couillon
just
doing
saying-
the couillon with
Okay,
the
just
ball.
making sure.
But we could've.
The Wildlife and Fisheries agents, you know, say the Bill Platt man now. As much as they've been talking about him, much as they've been praising him, all the TV newscasts about whooping cranes making a comeback, we're getting them from here and there, showing you, identifying. You know, people trying to protect a crawfish and kill a whooping crane. Now, it don't make sense, and that's why you call him a couillon. People around the Cajun country know and understand that is. Gilvin, his name even sounds different. Gilvin O'Quinn, 52, for violating the Endangered Species Act. He tried to say because it's going to cost him a lot of money, probably some jail time.
That's a lot of crawfish.
Yeah,
What,
up to $50,000.
You know, back in those days, you had things, people were using cannons. Cormorants, white pelicans, they like the Shauna farms up in Arkansas one time, they like to wipe them out. The water gets low, you notice that in the marsh. You know, when they get in there, water gets low. It's beyond me. How they gonna shoot a whooping crane? Well, shoot any crane on a pond, and they're not looking.
Again.
You know, there's a bunch of jokes.
Yep. Well, you know something else? We always talk about, you know, man, look, I love oysters. We shucked oysters and char-grilled oysters yesterday. But there is an opportunity through some of the public beds. You have to go along to Wildlife and Fisheries because it's way too complicated to discuss. But there are areas where you can go ahead and get your own oysters and harvest them off some of these public beds. So I think that's a pretty neat thing to be able to do. Another, as Don used to say, bad boys from the outdoors. All right, so you got 4 people sighted. They're shrimping without being regular season. And guess what? They never have a license, but if they're already breaking the law, why do they need a license to break the law, right? And Gary, you got some interesting stuff now with some of the youth hunts coming up.
The youth hunt, you better believe it. Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries accepting applications for their youth waterfowl lottery hunts. It'll be on White Lake, wetlands conservation. You know, there's some people doubt, you know, so the state took it over and they received this. And they hold these lottery hunts to give everybody a chance. But some people think some of these lottery hunts, for the adults, they charging a fee. So they make money and they maintain them. Because them big oil companies and people that used to own it, like Amoco and them, they had a lot of money to spend on it. Wildlife and Fisheries, their budgets are down and don't do it. So it is something good. If you wouldn't believe, you want to see what we got to offer in lottery hunts. We got dove season coming up pretty soon. We'll probably list them, the places that public can go and have a hunt. They've been going down every year, people taking their private lands and not letting people hunt. So check the website, Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries website, and you find out more about these lottery hunts.
Well, you know, Terry Bergeron took his boys and got dove hunts in and some duck hunts in through the lottery and through some, you know, when they have the youth hunts. And that's the neatest thing. But, you know, now we're kind of getting to that time of year where what you were catching last week, you can't catch this week, so you mentioned it.
Stay tuned, but right now, Red Snapper is closed. As you're seeing this show, look, hats off to the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries Secretary Jack Mossad and his whole staff. They're watching the numbers closely. There's going to be a few thousand pounds, we think, left. You might see it reopen later in the year. We know we've had a false alarm in July, but I think this is going to be it, at least for a little while during the summer. But look, you know, when this all came about, you thought we had 3 days from the federal government. We're having, what, 70 or so? So it's been a good summer, and LaCreel is working, and Wildlife and Fisheries is doing the job that we need them to do.
Let me go back and talk about that lottery hunt again. KD typed all this up. He had it on the back sides, but there's no charge. That's why I was trying to tell you. On these youth hunts, there's no these sponsored hunts. They're November 3rd and 4th, provided as a quality experience for young waterfowl hunters. Participation in the hunts will be determined by the lottery drawing only. The application for the lottery should be submitted to the Wildlife and Fisheries before September 14th. So you got over a month, so. But
well, you know, my favorite time of the year is when they open that second shrimp season. Because, man, when I get the envie for the shrimp and them shrimp spiders, in fact, a couple of weeks I'm going to do a little cooking segment on just what you can do with a fresh shrimp. But, guys, This is the time of year when those little shrimp, they run those butterfly nets at night, these sweet shrimp. Just can't beat all the way from Buras all the way across South Louisiana. This is the time of the year you put them special shrimp in the freezer.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do, what I got doing now? My dad saw Bayou Gus's in Slidell. He's selling me and giving me a good special deal on front fall. He's taking my Go-Day boat. He's taking me in Pontchartrain Basin and gonna show me and
How
my
to
boys
shrimp.
how to shrimp.
ABC.
Bring a camera for that.
Oh, I'm on board.
I've been on big boats. I've seen people, we pull little shrimp trawls and for bait.
I've been on them all. I'm gonna tell you. Don't ever think they don't work.
Did you see the picture that hit the internet this week of a shrimp trawl behind a kayak?
No, I didn't.
Check it out. It's all over Facebook.
That's gonna be a Go-Day boat.
Yep, y'all stay tuned.
Wait,
you got more?
Oh man, my goodness! Come on, Katie. The application you gave me this to read, and you'll take away from
Well, you
me.
said you couldn't flip the page.
Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fish is currently authorized to view the display at Lafayette South Regional Library, 601 Johnson Street. Display includes photographs, information about wildlife, including details about whooping cranes, bears, fishing. It also includes an array of educational materials along with fun activities, Louisiana wildlife management areas. This exhibit is perfect for youth and adults. It covers a lot of great activities we have in Louisiana, especially in the Lafayette Parish area. That's coming straight from Secretary Jack Martin.
But you know something? The one thing they don't have is like they always joked about the Cajun zoos. They don't have a recipe behind whooping crane, okay? Don't shoot them or chew them, as Troy says. Hey, we'll be right back.
The Youth Angler of the Year. Here we are, LOWA Award Ceremony, Youth Angler of the Year. Pat Reynolds, you're from Shreveport area. Where you go to school?
I go to C.E. Bird High School.
Now, that's a big 8-pound bass. You told the story, but is bass fishing your favorite sport? What's your favorite outdoor sport?
My favorite outdoor sport would have to be probably turkey hunting, but bass fishing comes at a close second.
Well, what about any other sport? You play sports at high school you go to?
Yes, sir. I play basketball at Bird High School.
What position?
Point guard.
You know, basketball's right in the middle of hunting season, man. How you do both?
It was always tough, but if I could get off on the weekend or after practice or something, I'd try it out, you know.
Congratulations.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We're back with the Youth Angler Award, sponsored by Louisiana Outdoor Writers and CCA. Mackenzie Reeves.
Yes, sir.
From Shreveport.
Yes, sir.
Mackenzie, boy, y'all school had a lot of awards coming this year.
Good writers, I think. Yes, sir.
Y'all were a little bit better in football, too, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. We were pretty good.
Mackenzie, I know you're the Youth Angler Award. That was a beautiful picture. I saw another picture of you when you was a little girl with a bass.
Girl. Yes, sir.
Is bass fishing your favorite sport?
I do really enjoy bass fishing. Yes, sir.
You do anything
I do.
else outdoors?
I played volleyball in high school, and that was really fun.
Well, what about outdoors?
Outdoors,
Hunt?
I just do fishing with my dad, and it's really fun. I don't hunt, but I love fishing.
Who's the biggest influence on you?
My dad, for sure. He would take me fishing all the time when we were young. Fishing tournaments, so fun.
You know, you're the age now, you know, you get ready to go to college.
Yes.
They got guys in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
no guys in the picture right now.
Well,
no guys right now.
Well, my question is, and I can bet that if a guy comes in the picture, he better like to bass fish.
He better like to bass fish, yes.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Lydia Caputo, the Youth Hunter of the Year for the Louisiana Outdoor Writers. Lydia, you know, everybody was talking about you, and what a great story. How often do you hunt?
As much as I can. I dance a lot most of the time, but when I do get a chance to hunt, it's very enjoyable.
Now, where you go to school?
I go to Highland Baptist Christian School. It's in New Iberia.
New Iberia, Lafayette area. I know the turkey season, you know, it's in the spring.
Yes.
You also deer hunt, I'm sure.
I do, yes. Any type of hunting.
What is your favorite hunt? What about ducks? Anything else?
My favorite has to be turkey. I like the action
That's
of it.
one of the biggest challenges. Everything else.
It is a
You play any other sports?
I just dance. That's it.
That's a sport.
Oh yeah, it is.
Where you want to go to college?
I'm thinking about TCU in Texas.
Oh, we can't leave that. Especially our pretty girls. Congratulations. And I guess who was the biggest influence on you in the outdoors?
My dad, or my papa.
I like that last name. You know, it's Sicilian sounding. huh?
Yes.
You're a very pretty girl. Congratulations to you.
Thank you
Especially
so
being
much.
a youth hunter. 2018 Youth Hunter in the female division. Hey, the youth photo winner, #1, Ben Roden. Ben, where you from?
Denham Springs, Louisiana.
Where you go to school?
Sequitur Classical Academy.
Now look, that's a hard name. That picture, you know, I could tell it wasn't Louisiana. You're at first place over there with all the seals. Tell us that story real quick.
I was on a whale watching tour in Resurrection Bay in Seward, Alaska, and I just took the picture.
Yeah, that was it. When you saw them all, how'd you know? What made you enter it? Somebody told you about it?
Like 2 years ago, we found it in the newspaper, the photography contest, so we entered it.
What's your favorite outdoor sport?
Probably fishing. I like fishing for catfish and bass.
Well, congratulations to you. Thank you for participating. Keep it up. You got a few years ahead of you. You might win every year.
Yes, sir.
Keep coming back. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ben Roden, congratulations.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
There's just no doubt about it that this is a place where food is created differently from anywhere else in the world because it's just premiummade.com. We're a culture made up of so many different people, loving ingredients, loving cooking styles, and they're all right here. At the end of the day, that's all made.com.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great auto rates from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call your agent today.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Time for the H&H Tournament Report. And Tuesday evening, Blonde River Classic. Here's some of the results from there. Guys really starting to catch some good fish in Blonde River. I'm excited about that. Ascension Aerial Anglers coming up August 18th. It's that big fundraiser to kind of help support the guys that go to nationals. But you know what? We've had some amazing things happen with tournaments and Ascension Area Anglers. And you know, when these local boys show up nationally, they're in there. Next week, we're going to have the youth.
Even the youth finish.
Next week, we're going to have the youth results. We had 2 place in the top 10 nationwide. Come on, guys. That's pretty serious.
Well, look, and Richard Poway Boy and the entire Knights of Columbus group wanted to thank y'all too for all of your support. They had their first annual fishing rodeo in Lafitte, also at Joe's Landing, one of the Star Way stations. Raised a bunch of money for Lafitte, Bear Terry, and Crown Point communities. So lots of pictures of kids and everybody enjoying Lafitte.
And that is what it's about. And then one of Gary's buddies.
I never heard this before. One of my buddies. 3rd annual Bloody Deck Rodeo. Bloody Deck, when they put them fish on there, you know, get a real lot of blood on that deck. Rodeo August 30th to September 2nd. All proceeds donated. Special Angels Outreach. Weigh in at camps behind Cajun Holiday Motel, Grand Isle. This is a long ways away, but it's one of the fastest growing. It grew fast. It's one of the most popular rodeos. The Ladies Rodeo. Put it on your calendar, October 5th and 6th at Bridgeside Marina. I'm telling you what, they dress in pink. They got costume contests. They got ladies weighing in fish.
It's a great event. Look, if I don't have a bow in my hand that day, I'll be down there for it. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, and look, not only this, when you go there, they got bands and they play it. They had jitterbug contest that I won about a couple years in a row.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
But look, I don't like them because these guys take these women fishing.
He's trying to
all
make
day.
me not eat. He's hiding this
Let
stuff.
me finish, Katie. Don't walk on me no more. But the guys would walk. They were over there fishing. You know, they fish all day with their wives, and their wives would go there. So, and they all want to celebrate. The guys are tired of drinking. They say, "Go ask Mr. Gary to dance." I'll be winging wet from my feet, you know, my shoes, my drawers, everything. I'll be wet.
That's
and them
TMI.
guys are dancing. That's too much information.
Yeah, I
All
got
right, that's it. Time out.
Don't
We'll be
forget
right
about.
back. Well, I was in Grand Isle, which we're going to have those tournaments next week. You were down there for one of the premier tournaments.
Was back in the old days, in the last 3 years, making a great comeback. I'm telling you what, Mr. Mitch, Jeff, Edgecombe, all those people are putting it together. All elected officials bringing it back. Great prizes, great things going on, and it is set up where it's set up. It runs smoothly. Only thing I got one complaint: the music is excellent, but they don't know when to turn it down. Remind me of somebody else sometime when you go to functions. You can't hardly talk because that music.
Once
Me
again,
and
it's not
Brad,
about
that's
you.
a pro. That's but it's good to tell you about it. Time the music is so loud. But it was a lot of fish caught. Things were perfect. And we took some video and we talked to some of the leaders. Let's see what came out good. But it was a great tournament, making a great comeback. Rodeo is really, really popular there the first week in August.
Empire South Pass.
Welcome to the 2018 Empire South Pass Tarpon Rodeo. It's our 68th year, and we're doing fine.
Getting bigger and bigger and better every year.
Come here, what's your name?
Gavin.
Come give me the whole thing, Gavin. Go.
What's your name?
24.35. 24.35 pound dolphin.
Tell me your name, where you from?
Gavin Hamilton, Port Sulphur, Louisiana.
Let me look at it real quick.
Look at that.
Hold him out toward the camera.
There you go.
Tell me your name, where you from?
Caden from home place.
Where you from?
Home place.
3.45, all right? With the pawn. The pawn up by the hardware store.
What baby calling you?
Worm, artificial worm. 2.65, McAllister. I'm in there too, Danny. Come on, man. You in the
Yeah.
Tell me your name, where you from?
My name is Kelsey Dayton, and I'm from Belle Chase, Louisiana.
Give me your hook, bro.
What you caught that fish on?
We caught it on mullet. Mullet.
Dwayne LaBeouf from Empire, Louisiana.
My name is Kyla Williams, and I'm from New Orleans.
Mark Trahan, Narren, Louisiana.
What you got that on?
Have you had a chance to hold back on?
How we doing? I got a few of them.
Yeah, a chance to hold it. Just up there. They put the big ones on top.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Make it look bigger. Pete Unovich from Belle Chase. Originally Port Sulphur. Since Katrina. Good?
Tony Crochet from Belle Chase, Louisiana.
Frank Dursis, Empire, Louisiana.
fish is good. 5.00.
My name is Kendra and I'm from Beers, Louisiana. My name is Lindsay and I'm from Beers, Louisiana.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's long. Come on. All right. He's good. 6.85. Take these back. I don't know if they're going to make it in the wall. No, I don't think so. I got two of them. Okay.
Michael McKelvin, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
And one thing about it, I know she has some family members in the audience today, and I'd like those family members to step forward to come and receive this memorial award. I know Mr. Warren, Paul, Rennie, I know y'all out there somewhere.
Back up a little bit, Rennie.
I can't say enough about this lady. We were neighbors, grew up together, played football in the front yard, did a whole bunch of things. And we did roll a house with toilet paper one time, but Jeff just reminded me of that. But to say the least, she was definitely, you know, a long-term, she definitely did what she had to do to make this rodeo a success.
And a wonderful job by the committee for reestablishing and putting this Tarpon Rodeo back on. I remember many years coming to the Tarpon Rodeo down at the Buras Boat Harbor.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. We believe you deserve a quality job.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
In Louisiana,
Our state parks are the perfect family destination. With nearly 180 miles of trails through park grounds and historic sites, you can endlessly explore nature, try some kayaking or world-class fishing, then find the perfect campsite or settle into a cozy cabin. Louisiana is calling, and she's using her outside voice. Plan your escape today at www.lastateparks.com.
Welcome to Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report, and KD again. We keep sending these pictures, amazing pictures from Don Moe. Photo, this shrimp boat, beautiful, going out in the sunset.
And
Unbelievable.
then you know what?
Well,
your old buddies.
We got a whole bunch of people catching them. Boys from Central, Kim, Tommy, Jared Abbott, and then from Central Fishing, Sam Raven in late July. Ralph Campanile, my close buddy, and all his kids have been coming in. They've been catching fish off the Wrigley's and been catching them with live shrimp. Been catching pinfish. They were throwing pinfish out there and just see what they would catch on them. All of a sudden they had light line because I had to change him from heavy line so he can catch the bass and redfish. And all of a sudden breaking that line, they went to heavier gear. Guess what they're catching? Bull sharks and alligator gar. And Miss Angie and them, we got the Heritage Ranch. They're giving away a fishing trip. The captain's giving away a fishing trip. And that's one of the trips, to go out in the Wrigley's and the Pontchartrain Basin out of Island Marina, and you'll be fishing for bull shark and alligator gar.
Well,
so that's gonna be a fun deal on that.
By time for this week's
we got
John
all these
Bernard show.
We got so many banquets coming up. You know, you were talking about, we got the Ascension banquet on September the 20th, and that's a little bit further down. But my chapter, Commit chapter, will be this Thursday night up there at Starkey's. It's unbelievable the events that we got coming up right now, the banquets. But on personal nature, I got 2 banquets this week. The Heritage Ranch will be on Friday, and then Sunday, Sister Dosey, the big one. We give away fishing trips on all of these, by the way.
All right, so now the John Bernard Fishing Show. About time for that. He is down there, and this is a special day. Got a chance to take his son. And guess where he fished? Digging owls around Amelia using worms. We could just ditto that.
Well,
he does it all the time.
You left over me again. You give me what to read and you left me. Blake Banker, St. Michael's High School Junior. His grandparents were wooding them fishing in the marsh down in Terrio. 25 bass on a tequila sunrise. Those came up now. This is a week old. Y'all hold it to me. But it came in, Superior Bait and Tackle, showed me those pictures. I said, man, we got to see this. KD.
Is it time?
When you going to go to John Bernard?
No, I didn't do John.
I said, when are you and I going to go fishing with John Bernard?
Man, he's so booked, we're going to have to make a reservation for next year.
He's taking all the people, he promised.
Well, if he had one with his son, I can understand
all right,
it.
Go ahead.
Well, Brian Hutchinson and them went out of food show Saturday. They fished Philo Bryce in the Casete Island, caught trout and redfish. Then they went offshore and caught snapper. Now, remember, you can't do that this weekend. But the second day they caught mangrove. Hey, his grandson, Breckenmeyer, caught his first lemon fish. If that ain't a memory, I don't know what it is. How about your girl, Angie? It's time for her turn.
Always send them. They're starting to turn in, they move in, and getting more and more trout. What are your reports you get?
Man, it seems like the fish are biting the best during the weekdays, especially when I'm not there. But, you know, it's kind of been a funny summer. It's kind of flowing, you know, where when Grand Isle and Cocoa were really hot, they slow down and the east side of the state picks up and vice versa. I know Tommy Pelican and a bunch of the guys in Cocoa did really well this week. Talked to a couple of Grand Isle guys, and that's picking back up. So who knows? But look, the biggest thing is if you watch the show, get out there. You only got a few weeks left of the summer. Make the best use of it.
Can I tell you, them crabs are running in Grand Isle. You don't have to fish. We caught a bunch of crabs.
Not only are they running over there, running in Blind River. Then people putting traps out in Blind River, all in those areas right now. One of my camp is Salt Bayou. Yeah, all them. Yeah, I guess your buddies been putting up. People catch them on set nets. I still use them in my trap. They Gar Rodeo, they got the Nate Jack and a big garfish entry from the Madisonville Gar Rodeo. I didn't get any other reports from there. Dan and Stephanie Clark from Ventures, Louisiana. Let me get it. Captain Clinton's crew. At it again, McClinton the Armor. I'm telling you what, he's another one of those big redfish tournament fishermen, but he has been putting a lot of people in my family on fish.
Imagine that.
It said Stephanie Clark wins for the biggest catch and release of the day, around 40 pounds worth. A couple of pits from Mark Maha, good old buddy over Dempsey's roots back there, Allison Maha, Norman, Courtney Maha, redfish caught in the lodge on the Gold Spoon. And you see Maha, you don't know whether it's going to be Toledo Bend, Lake Barrett. They are always fishing somewhere, that family, and he keeps those kids in the water.
They cover some ground.
Well, our old buddy Mark Barker and Captain Craig DeGrees, they couldn't get live shrimp, but they were down there. They had a good trout bite on plastics, which is a good thing. And
KD, what's all these names right
well, my old buddy Teddy Twig. Well, Cody Fortier got him a brand new boat, and they christened it. Check out the snapper haul they made. Teddy Twig, Cody Fortier, Ben LeBeau, Kevin Gouge, Kyle Bratton, Michael Carter, Ron LaCour, Clint Renard, Jeff Mizzy, Stanford Mazel, and Elliot Saleh. Let me tell you something, that's a bunch load of people.
Bill,
okay?
freshwater.
Freshwater.
Blind River. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to show this, but during the LOWA, we all went, the 3 boats, we went in Blind River. They were catching fish. Most of them were caught. They were putting that tank on, plugging. How would you call it, Katie?
Punch. Just the thing you like to do when you get mad.
Yeah, I don't understand why I can't catch. I catch them on a regular little heavy worm jig. I love fishing worm. Drop shot, I do it. I'm having trouble getting that thing, and he uses the heavy stuff.
Gary, I mean, we could keep going for days, but you know what?
There's always next week.
And there's only an hour show.
Yeah, right.
And you almost finished with the summertime.
We just
so
gave
CCL.
him 2 hours of video to make ours. That's
2.
why he's so good.
Man, he wish he had 2.
Thank you, Rad. Good luck.
Thank you.
I guess we see you in a couple of weeks.
I'll see you at Co-Meet, and then I'll see you at Ride the Bull.
Man, that's it. That's that. We'll see you next time.
Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Veterans Help Foundation. Relief Windows. Experience. Quality Service. Catering Cajun. Creative catering from casual to corporate. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.